Picture this: two powerful groups of gods, each with their own vast powers and ambitions, clashing in an epic war that shaped the very fate of the Norse world. But what started as a battle for supremacy soon turned into an uneasy alliance. Welcome to the story of the War of the Aesir and Vanir, one of the most fascinating conflicts in Norse mythology. The gods of the Norse world are divided into two major groups, the Aesir and the Vanir. On the surface, they might seem like rivals, but beneath their conflict lies a deeper story of power, fate, and cosmic balance. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating history of the War of the Aesir and Vanir, its causes, key players, and how it eventually led to an unexpected truce that would shape the future of the gods. The Aesir are perhaps the more well-known of the two groups. They are the gods associated with power, order, and war. Led by Odin, the All-Father, the Aesir gods are the rulers of Asgard, the fortress-like realm where they reside. Key figures in this group include Thor, the thunder god, and Frigg, the goddess of marriage and fertility. The Aesir are warriors at heart, and their primary focus is maintaining control over the 9 realms. On the other hand, we have the Vanir. While the Aesir are associated with war, the Vanir represent nature, fertility, and prosperity. The Vanir gods are known for their deep connection to the earth and its bounty, and their realm is called Vanaheim. Important figures of the Vanir include Njord, the god of the sea and winds, and his children, Freyja and Freyja, gods of fertility, love, and wealth. At first glance, the Aesir and Vanir seem to be polar opposites, yet both groups of gods share one thing in common: immense power. This would eventually lead to conflict. The origins of the war are somewhat shrouded in mystery, but it's clear that the conflict started when the Aesir and Vanir could not agree on a crucial matter: who would dominate the realms of the gods. Tensions grew as both sides sought to assert their control over key elements of the universe. The Vanir, with their focus on fertility and prosperity, were growing more powerful and wanted greater influence over the 9 realms, something that the Aesir would not allow. The war between the Aesir and Vanir escalated quickly, as both sides fought fiercely for dominance. It was a bloody conflict, with each side suffering heavy losses. The Vanir, known for their magic and wisdom, unleashed powerful sorcery, while the Aesir used their sheer strength and tactical prowess to fight back. Yet, despite their differences, both sides realized that this war was ultimately destructive. Something had to change. After years of devastating war, both sides decided to seek peace, realizing that their continued fighting would only weaken both groups. A peace treaty was signed, and an exchange of hostages took place to solidify the truce. The Vanir sent their wise gods, Njord and his children, Freyja and Freyja, to live in Asgard, while the Aesir sent some of their own to live in Vanaheim. But this wasn't just a simple exchange. It was a strategic move to ensure peace between the gods. Njord, Freyja, and Freyja were not only important gods in their own right, but they also brought valuable knowledge and wisdom to the Aesir, helping to balance the powers between the two groups. Similarly, the Aesir shared their martial prowess and influence with the Vanir, ensuring a harmonious existence between the two factions. This agreement was more than just a peace treaty. It was a merger of strengths. The war might have ended, but the legacy of the Aesir-Vanir conflict still shaped the rest of Norse mythology. The gods of both sides learned to coexist, each borrowing from the other's strengths and knowledge. The War of the Aesir and Vanir did not only affect the gods, but also had far-reaching consequences for the 9 realms. The peace between the two groups paved the way for a more stable and prosperous era. It allowed the gods to focus on protecting and guiding humanity, ensuring that the realms were kept in balance. But this peace would not last forever. The alliances formed during the war would be tested again in the events that followed, especially with the looming threat of Ragnarok, the prophesied end of the world. The gods, even after their long truce, would once again be called upon to fight for survival. But the War of the Aesir and Vanir was a crucial turning point that helped to shape the mythology of the Norse gods and their complex relationships. The War of the Aesir and Vanir may have started as a battle for supremacy, but it ultimately led to an understanding that even the most powerful beings must learn to cooperate for the greater good. The war and its resulting truce are a testament to the importance of balance, understanding, and the power of compromise, lessons that still resonate with us today. If you're fascinated by Norse mythology and want to learn more about the gods, their stories, and their epic adventures, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to leave a comment and let us know which part of the War of the Aesir and Vanir you find most intriguing. Like this video if you enjoyed learning about the War of the Aesir and Vanir, and share it with your friends who love Norse mythology. And remember, the gods are always watching. Stay curious.